Level 5.
Lil, rise and shine.
What, Dad? You rise, you shine. I'll take 5 more minutes.
It's time to get up.
Shouldn't you be down at the guard shed? And shouldn't I be heading down to cover for you?
Do you want the good news or the bad news?
We'll just start with
We got the
good
day
news.
off. Now you can finally have a day to just be a kid and do kid stuff and eat kid food.
Yay.
And throw rocks at things?
The biggest rocks at the biggest
He
things.
has an
I think I
obsession
heard some
with
of your
throwing
friends out back at the
rocks.
tavern doing just that.
Yeah, figures they would.
Oh boy, thanks, Dad. Wait, what's the bad news?
We only got the day off because we have to work the night shift.
Yeah,
I'm
figures.
going back to bed.
No, you're getting out of this house and taking some time to yourself today.
Why do we have to work
That's
the night
not
shift?
how night shift works.
Good news or bad news?
Alright, because if you have to work the night shift, that means you need to sleep during the day so you can be awake and focused at night. So, if someone is working nights, it's okay for them to be sleeping during the day. We're gonna stay with the good news.
Apparently you didn't pick the right person's champion for the rescue mission.
Yeah, wow.
Whatever that means. And they're punishing you for it.
That's called retaliation, and that is illegal.
That doesn't sound like good news.
Yeah, it's not. I guess it was just bad news this time.
Who's punishing you?
No one. I work the night shift a couple times a week to help us get by.
Oh, Dad. I didn't know that.
So, I guess you could say the economy is punishing me. That and inflation. If taxes keep going up, I might have to get a third job so we can keep affording things like your little doohickey here.
Wait, don't touch that!
Whoa, what just happened?
Something that shouldn't have happened.
Do you want the good news or the bad news? Both are. I don't know. Do you feel okay?
Well, the good news is you weren't, like, split
I
into
feel
a
fine,
billion
sweetie.
pieces.
No need to look all blurry about it. Now you get out of here and enjoy your day off. But don't enjoy it too much. You have to work all night, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going. Just try not to operate any heavy machinery until I get back. I should probably check in with Dr. B and make sure my dad isn't radioactive.
Yeah, that probably is a good thing. Okay. So we probably should grab that, and let's get going. Rats everywhere.
Oh, God! The rat problem is even worse than I thought! We eat all of our meals here!
Yeah, well. She gags. Let's see. Now that we have the day off, what to do? What to do? Oh, we can. Oh, we're going over to the buddies here.
Isla, Simon, Lamont, how's it going, guys?
Hey, if it isn't Little Miss, I haven't been around for a while. Where you been all this time?
Not around. I got what every kid fears they'll get one day. Chickenpox? Worse than that, Simon. I got a job. What are you up to?
I think most kids have chicken pox.
Well, you
or at
just
least they
missed the
did when I
rock
was a
throwing portion
kid.
of our morning. Sadly, we chucked the last rock in the alley over the fence. Next, well,
We were thinking of seeing if we could get our mitts on some of the cool stuff that Garby guys got over there. They look like magical toys, basically.
Because they are magical toys. Yeah, bad
I
idea.
have to use a bunch of those for my job, and even though they look like a barrel of laughs, They're serious business.
Come on, Lil. For some reason, the world is basically treating you like you're old. Work your magic and score us some sweet loot.
I'm not sure
Not
if it's
how
a
that
good
works.
idea, but I'll talk to Garbanzo over there and see.
We can see he's going to talk about it.
Hi, Lil. Sorry, I'm not quite ready to open up the shop yet. I can't seem to find my inventory key. What are you doing up so early?
Working the graveyard shift tonight. So, I'm finally available to see some of my friends who have responsible parents and reasonable bedtimes.
Yeah.
People like those small hooligans over there?
Those aren't small hooligans, they're my friends. And I was actually coming to talk to you about letting us borrow a couple of items.
I stand by my statement. And we can talk about loaning you some merchandise later. But first, I've lost the key to my inventory, and I think one of them might have stolen it. Maybe you could talk to them for me. Work your little guardsman magic and see what you could do to get it back.
On it.
I think I have to talk to them, although I actually know the solution
Alright,
to
guys,
it.
time to confess. Which one of you took poor Garby's inventory key?
Wasn't me.
I don't know. I ain't saying nothing.
So that's the way it's gonna be, is it? Listen, I need that key to upgrade tools and buy more power crystals, so one of you is gonna tell me who's responsible.
Are you a lawyer all of a sudden?
Nope,
hush.
but I'm a guardsman. I hope you got your story straight, cause I really don't want to go down to the guard shed and get my metal detector.
That would
So
actually
tell me,
probably be
which one of
more
you
efficient.
took Garby's key?
I think when I ran through this before, I
I've
got
never
it
brought
right.
this up to the group before, but I think Isla is a kleptomaniac. I always see her taking things out of Lamont's backpack when he's not looking. But also,
It was Simon.
Between you and me, I saw Lamont poking his big, dumb, handsome nose that sits in the middle of his gorgeous face all around that booth. It was probably him. Oh, he's such a bad boy, but also,
I could make up my mind now, or dig a little deeper.
Let's question further.
okay, maybe Isla isn't a klepto, but she did go through his bag just before you got here. Maybe she's got a good reason to be going through his stuff. I got here third, so I didn't see anything.
I said it before, I'll say it again. It was Isla.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't me. I'm in a bit of a two-strike situation with my parents, and I'll be sent to the National Ballet School in Marvog if I get in trouble again.
Yeah, that might be a good thing for you.
But I'm telling you, Lamont got here first, and I saw him rooting around Garby's shop.
Yep, I've heard enough. Okay, I know who it is.
So, did you figure out who took my key?
I hate to be a narc, but I think it was.
So I think Lamont took it, but I think Isla has it.
It was probably Lamont. He's the tough-looking kid with the missing tooth.
Thanks, Lil. I'll be right back. Hey, you! Mullet boy! Stay right where you are!
Garby isn't smart or strong or fast. By the time he reached Lil's hooligan friends, they had run off. But Lil had been correct, and startled, Lamont dropped the key as he fled.
Ugh, got the key back. And those hooligans ran off. It's a win-win. Now my shop is ready to open. For helping me out, I'd like to offer you some gold to upgrade one of your tools. Or load up on crystals. Whatever your lil heart desires.
Awesome! I get more money. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Because there's no point in really upgrading anything if I'm just letting everyone in, so... Alright, where all can I go? There is the dig site. Closed, but there's a note. I have convened a meeting at the Mages Guild. The dig site is closed for the day. Dr. B.
Well, that's just great. What am I supposed to do now? I guess I could go back in time to when she was here.
No, bad idea. Yeah, let's try it. Bad idea, but let's try it. Let's see what happens. Yep. Your reckless use of the chronometer 3000 triggered a catastrophic rift in the space-time continuum. You died. Let's retry that. Okay.
Well, that's just great. What am I supposed to do now? I guess I could go back in time to when she was here.
So they let you use it, and then they give you a second out.
But Dr. B did say I could only use it at the guard shed. Maybe that's why it's on the fritz? I better just get to my shift before this thing explodes.
That's literally when I'm DMing a D&D game or other RPG, and I ask my players, are you sure? That is exactly what that is. The boring ditch with chairs, it has washrooms. Let's go there. There is probably... I don't know if there's a game going on or not. Milton Marauders versus the... Oh, let's see.
Oh, hello, dear. Are you here to watch the Goblin Ball game?
Hiya, Mrs. A.
Not
I usually find
usually.
Goblin Ball too boring to watch. Unless, of course, there's a little action on it, if you know what I mean.
Everyone's obsessed with gambling.
I most
in this
certainly
town.
do. I've got this month's pension check riding on a sure thing tip that's gonna pay out big time.
Yeah,
You sure
really?
seem confident, Mrs. A. Care to share that tip with this underage gambler?
You shouldn't be gambling.
Your father wouldn't be pleased with me, but I'll tell you what. Since I really bet the ranch on this next game, I don't have any gold left to buy my snacks. Would you be willing to help a little old lady buy a large hat made of nacho chips with melted cheese sauce on top? Mama just can't enjoy the game without one.
Sure. I've got
Anything for a hungry old lady. Now, what's the
35
scoop?
is
Dish,
way
dish,
too
dish.
expensive for nachos, especially the nachos that. Okay. I'm from Texas. We have good nachos here. I don't eat anything that's considered Mexican food, or certainly don't eat Tex-Mex outside of Texas. But I don't eat anything that's Mexican food outside of a
the
state that
gals
borders
on
Mexico.
Gabbin this morning were split with the Marauders to sweep the Brawlers 217 to 68 in the early rounds. But Rhonda's saying they'd fall with an 80-point conversion in the later third. But Peg's prediction was the Brawlers to meander a little offensively with the changeovers, but then have a hard time taking back ground after the final swat.
I need a map or something, or someone needs to
So it
diagram
really
this out.
comes down to if you believe Rhonda or Peg.
Let's go with Rhonda.
Is that so? I've always sided with the other one myself.
Of course you have.
Personally, I do the opposite of what they think is going to happen.
That wasn't a sure thing tip at all. I want my money back.
Can't hear you, dear. I'm already on my way to get my snack. Giant nacho hat, here I come.
Yeah. Yeah, the best thing to do is the other thing. So that is actually, if you talk to her, that is actually a tip. Because I tried this several times in my first playthrough, or I went through this several times. There is no winning this. Whatever you...
Kid, come here.
Whoever you bet on is going to lose.
Step right up, one and all, and win some money on the Goblin Ball.
Hello again, Fredo.
Again? I've never seen you before in my life.
But I placed a bet with you on the last game.
Doesn't ring a bell.
The
Bad
Kalidar
luck.
Lightning game against the Brawlers, I won some money.
Okay,
That's 'cause
if
we
you say
rigged the
so.
game.
Person I've never seen before.
before.
Anyways, you want to make a bet on the game?
No.
Suit yourself.
Let's watch some Goblin Ball.
Let's at least watch it. We're not betting anything on it, so...
What an embarrassing series of unfortunate accidents for the Sprawl Brawlers. First, Jorbala Pepstein failed to barrel roll out of the way of the Marauders' lightning-fast offensive line. Then, the dynamic duo, Edie and Audrey O'Goblin, only shaved 12 of the 14.7 seconds off of the time the Brawlers needed to open the Diamond Snorf's cage. It all comes down to the final wagon wheel toss today, folks, and the coach has sent in Sir Warren of Bainbridge, the bad boy of the Brawlers' midfield passive-aggressive line. He's muttering something to himself. He spits. He lifts the wheel above his head. He spins again. He spins a third time, and it's launched. The Marauders' weather wizard can't touch a throw like that, and it's through the posts. The Sprawl Brawlers win.
Yep.
You could have made some real money. Come back next time for all your illegal gambling needs. Just ask for Fredo.
Yep. No, I would have lost. I tried that. I voted on one team. There's no definitive answer for how it... Like, there's not a prescriptive, this one wins versus that one wins. It is, if you vote for one team, the other team wins. And if you vote for that team, the other team wins. Or the other team wins. So, yeah, it's... The only way to win that game, that particular one, is to not play. Do I have... There's no response. Okay. So that is that one. And head down to the shed to work the night shift. Yep. Yep, let's go.
What's this? A mysterious present? Perhaps a secret admirer?
Let's see, a letter. To whom it may concern, your choice of champion for the Princess Rescue Mission was found unacceptable. Unfortunately, we haven't heard much from the mage yet. Just a lot of squeaks and chirps from this tower, or from his tower. Regardless, please find enclosed a one-time bonus for your proficiency in character evaluation. Ta for now. P.S. My regrets for your nighttime work inconvenience. Your choice for champion for the Princess Rescue Mission was found acceptable. And that's Councilwoman Ash. You received a free Truth Spray slot upgrade.
Sweet.
There's no rip for the night shift, however, there's a book labeled Monster Manual sitting in front of Lil. Okay. Yeah, so there is, let's see, there are doppelgangers, forced entities, goblins, red herring, lycanthropes, mole people, and necromancers, and vampires. Awesome. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Because we're just going to, yeah, so we're just going to, we have 11. We have so many. Just filling all these up with that. That should be everything. Yep, there we go.
Good evening, child. I have not seen you at the post before.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Drew the short straw this time. Burning it at both ends, you know. Just gotta keep on trucking through.
I hear you, working the graveyard shift myself.
Yeah.
You said it.
Okay. Yep, and we are back to everyone in. Go for it. There's no picture. Yeah. That's good.
Would you care to enter the sprawl?
Why, thank you for the lovely invitation. I accept. Thank you, little girl. Until the next time you work the night shift.
Hopefully that's never. Have a good time in there.
Oh yeah, because vampires need to be invited in. Alright, you let him in. He's clearly a vampire. I don't care what he says. He does for a living. He's undead. He's harmless.
Listen, little girl, there isn't much time. You must send me to jail immediately. I pray you don't make me explain any further. We haven't the time.
I feel like I've seen you before. Did you go to a funeral for a cat recently?
Sprinkles! That vile beast of a feline. I am certain that cat cursed me and turned me into the monster I am today.
Yeah. So, he wants to go to jail, but we are letting everyone in, so I'm just gonna admit him in. If he wants to walk to the jail, then that's on him.
All right, you are clear to enter.
No! 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 You don't know what you're doing!
You can still go to
Have
the
a
jail
nice
if you-
evening.
Yep. Moments later, tormented howls heard from inside the city walls. 1 star. When someone tells you they're a werewolf, believe them. He did not say that he was a werewolf. He just said he was a monster. Some people just have monsters, that's all. Oh, Lord, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, can we just get rid of him?
No, little one. Not a god, just an incredibly handsome mortal. People make that mistake all the time. It is I, Prince Phineas, heir to the throne of Petrarch.
Oh gosh, I had a DM that had that, where he was like putting out all these miniatures on a table, and after he places out like the 15th giant on the ground, I'm just like, oh dear God. And he's like, you may call me John.
I know who you are.
Such
I was working in a gate when you
conceitedness.
arrived. I let you in.
Yeah.
And still you mistake me for a god? Well, who can blame you?
Do you have anything to declare? Please say no and just go about your business.
Yeah,
As a
can I
matter of
just get to
fact,
the-
I do.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
I declare that I am...
Lost. Drunk.
Drunk?
No. Well, actually, hold on. Yes, I am drunk. Sauced. 3 sheets to the wind. Nay, 4 sheets.
No sheet. Okay, and I feel like I'm gonna regret asking, but what have you been doing tonight?
Why are we asking
What
all
do you want me
this
to
stuff?
say? Milkmaids? Or what I've been doing with the milkmaids?
Nothing.
And
Regret.
there's the regret. Never mind. Aren't you here trying to win the hand of Princess Desdemona?
Well, sure I am, but when the Mages Guild throws a party in your honor, boy, do they know how to show you a good time. And you can't stop a fox from stealing eggs, am I right?
I thought he didn't like the mages. Yeah, good night.
Good night, Prince Phineas.
That's me. Ha ha.
Yeah,
Finn,
I
as
know.
in
That's
French
why I
for
said it.
end.
Now get out of here, you drunk fool.
Oh, all right.
Good evening, my dear.
Mrs. Abernathy, you're out awful late, especially with all these comings and goings about the sprawl.
Oh, my stars! Would you look at the time? How the day does get away from you. I best be turning in.
Yep. Have a good night. Definitely Ms. Abernathy. Yeah, look at the mouth as the...
Okay, you're free to go, Mrs. Abernathy.
Oh, thank you, small human person. Best be turning in.
Yep.
Well,
Definitely
that's
not.
weird.
1 star. That wasn't Ms. Abernathy. That was a shape-shifting monster pretending to be Ms. Abernathy. Or it was dementia with some gnarly side effects, but it was probably a shape-shifting monster.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the little girl who works the guard shed. I was hoping we'd meet again. I'd love to stay and chat, but I have a rather important meeting to attend.
Yeah. I really don't want to deal with you.
Praetor Kargan will be most pleased by this. You actually did your job today. Your parents must be so proud.
My dad, maybe. My mom's dead.
Would you like me to do something about that?
No.
Ugh, just go.
2 stars. You let a creepy guy into the sprawl, but it's not like you personally started raising animals from the dead at St. Euphigenia's. Here he is. Ah. It's the tree.
Oh my god! Are you some kind of scary tree monster?
Yes. Now let me in or I'll thwomp and stomp you.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. I'm kidding. Go on in. Have a good day.
Alright, looks like everything checks out. You're free to enter.
Really? So I can go stomp and thwomp?
To your heart's content.
Go for it.
Okay. Time to elicit change for the better.
We are absolutely chaos. He stomped, he thwomped, he sent 17 people to the hospital, and all this violence solved nothing. 1 star. I don't know if I got enough stars to advance. Here's 6.
Hello. I wish safe passage through this gate.
Can do. I'm just gonna need you to lift that hood. Gotta see if you're human or elf or gelatinous blob. We've had all types tonight.
I'm afraid I can't do that. I assure you, I am human. Now, please allow me safe passage.
Yep. There we are. Go for it.
Okay, mystery woman, you may enter. I hope I don't regret this.
You won't.
Thank you. The choice you made here today will not go unrewarded.
Tacos.
What?
Make my reward tacos.
Okay, sure.
Hooray!
Yep. Tacos are definitely good. 2 stars. Something about her made you think you could trust her. Maybe it was the absence of information from her denying to answer any of your questions. Either way, tacos. Yeah, I don't know if I got above a 2-star rating, so I don't know what happens if you get under. And I got, oh my, below 2 stars. Better try that again. So that answers if it, due to Lil's abysmal job performance, both Hamish and Lil were expelled from the sprawl. They were last seen leaving the castle and walking off into the sunset the following evening. Okay, okay, so we're going to go back to here. And we are going to are going to send people to jail if
Listen,
we don't accept
little
them.
girl, there isn't much time.
Yeah, so better hurry.
This guy doesn't seem interested in small talk. I better get on with the job.
Because, I mean, technically, being in jail is still being admitted, so we could figure a little bit.
Thank you. Bless you, child. The world is a safer place now.
I really hope you get the help you need.
You know, that's sad that so many people that... you observed and understood this man's affliction, lichenism. You made the right decision and quickly. It's really sad that some of the best health care that you can get right now is actually if you go to prison.
Oh my god.
Oh dear, I don't want to go through this conversation again. Yeah, I know.
I know who you...
And still,
We're skipping through
As a matter
this
of
'cause
fact-
I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with this.
I declare that.
Yeah.
Go
I know.
on.
What?
You kind of...
What?
You said,
I declare that.
Then what?
okay. And I feel like I'm gonna regret asking.
What do you want me
Okay.
to say?
Yeah.
Well, we've come this...
I got thrown out for trying to stretch a single into a double.
I just feel sorry for you, man.
Don't pity me, little one. I am a crown prince of the realm.
A sad one.
Sad
Aren't you
crown.
here trying to win the hand of Princess...
Well, sure I am. And you can't stop.
Yeah, good night.
Good night, Prince.
We're done.
That's me.
Yeah.
Oh.
The only downside to rewinding is you have to go through all of them again.
Good
this
evening,
is-
mate.
This is Aber...
So she is... not really Ms. Abernathy. We're gonna send her straight to jail.
I'm sorry, Mrs. A, but I think this is for your own good. Boy, that felt awful to say.
Oh, my stars, would you look at the time? How the day does get away from you. I best be turning in.
Guards, take this sweet little old lady to prison. Man, this just keeps getting worse and worse. Well, that's weird.
Yeah, whether she runs away or not. That's 2 stars. Seen something especially monstrous about the old lady tonight. She's the dungeon master's problem now. Figures. Actually, no, she's still the player character's problem.
Well.
Yeah. He goes in. I'm not gonna mess with him. Although it'd be interesting to see what would happen if I sent him to jail. I think in the game I might have rejected
Praetor
him.
Kargan will be most pleased by this.
My dad, maybe.
Would you like me to?
No. We are skipping through everything. 2 stars, you let the creepy guy in, blah, 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 blah. We already did that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This one, we're gonna see if we can send him to jail. If this doesn't work, then I'll just talk to him and go through it, because this one is one that I
will allow exactly no stomping and or thwomping in this city on my watch. Guards, take this scary tree monster to jail.
I will stomp and thwomp in your jail, and I will become...
I wish you luck on your
king
campaign.
of the prison. Okay. I clicked that a little early. 2 stars, you made the angry, scary tree monster even more angry by sending him to jail. Maybe compassion instead of incarceration would have won the day. I agree. Although there are some people that compassion doesn't work because they'll just take advantage of it. But
Hello, I wish
The
safe
gist of
passage
it's
through
there.
this gate.
Can do. I'm just gonna...
I'm a...
okay, yeah, she can't do it, and we're going to admit.
Okay, mystery woman, you may enter. I hope I don't
Thank you.
Yeah, tacos.
What?
Make my
Tacos.
hooray!
Definitely tacos. Alright, we'll continue that. That was the end of the day, and final survey says... Looks like 3.5. Due to your million job performance, 2.5. Sorry, I can't count. You were paid a mere 10 gold this shift. Alright, so we let them in. They went to jail. They went to jail. Let in, jail, let in. Alright. That would be funny if I sent the last one to jail. Nothing left to do but to go back to the Twisted Sisters now that it is the morning. And we're going to go to bed. After we apparently talked to the
It's
mysterious...
you! What are you doing here? Are you here to give me tacos?
No. I've come to reveal my true identity to you.
So, no tacos?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Desdemona.
Princess Desdemona? Nah, I knew it all along.
Right.
No, you didn't.
Why split hairs?
Absolutely did.
But what about the kidnappers?
There were no kidnappers. I disguised myself and ran away. I'm sorry for all the commotion I've caused. I had to get away to say goodbye to someone important to me before my wedding.
I don't understand.
I'm being forced to marry one of the suitors from these two rival kingdoms.
Yeah, that's old news. What I don't understand is why you, a princess, are here talking to me about it. Shouldn't there be more official people that could play therapist?
Like Stryker? Ash? Oh god. Oh, not Malcolm. I know my father had faith in them. When I'm gone, your advisors will help maintain the balance, blah, blah, blah. They want me out of the way so they can control my father's kingdom. They've never been good at listening to what I want, or how I want to rule this land. Nobody listens to me.
Sing it, sister.
And now I'm being forced to choose between allying the Sprawl with the kingdom of Petrard or the Marvog Empire.
You mean Phineas the Pompous Prince or Kargan the Praetor Terror?
And it doesn't even matter if I love them or not. At the end of the day, it's strictly politics. Lucky me.
This is the first time in the game I've been okay being 12.
I just want to make the right choice. Tell me, Lil, what do you think of Prince Phineas?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to also pick ones that
He looks like a prince out of a storybook. What's not to love?
And what about Praetor Kargan? What do you think?
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't already planning my Halloween costume based on her look. She's strong, honorable. She's a babe. What's not to like?
So if you were me, and you had the future well-being of the Sprawl in your hands, who would you choose?
We're going to go, trying to remember which one I picked last time. Last time I think I picked Phineas, so this time we're gonna do Kargan.
Thank you for your honesty. I know my advisors have jerked you around, but I also know you don't always do what they say, and I like that. You remind me of, well, me.
And you remind me of me too. If I was rich and beautiful and influential.
Oh, you are influential. You've changed the course of fate more than you know.
Of course, I've seen many of the things of these choices will affect the Sprawl.
Don't forget beautiful. I am also beautiful.
The sun's coming up. I must go. I shall put my own heart aside and do what's best for the kingdom.
Which is really just sad when you're having to marry not because you like the person, but because tradition or whatever. Alright. Let's find out what happened. Count Henrik von Pyre. Although clearly a vampire, Count Henrik von Pyre was also a registered chiropractor with a private practice on the outskirts of the rapidly gentrifying Little Ogre Town neighborhood. After entering the sprawl, the Count went to his clinic to open for the night. He had a long list of appointments. The Swamp Thing needed an activator adjustment, a mummy needed a deep tissue massage, and some acupuncture with electrical current was just the thing for Frankenstein's monster's stiff neck. Because Frankenstein was the doctor. It was looking like it was going to be a typical night until an angry mob brandishing pitchforks and torches showed up at Count von Pyre's door. The horde was led by none other than Myrna Hurkin, local school teacher and leader of the Better Business Bureau. Although lumbers were being loosened, there was a steadily growing number of complaints about bitten necks and cases of anemia resulting from the Count's medical practice. She was there to put a stop to it. Maybe it was the light of the torches reflecting in their eyes, but it took just one look for Myrna and the Count to fall madly in love, or was that the fact that he was a powerful vampire, one of those things? The Count swooped down and lifted Myrna up out of the angry mob. He bit her at least 3 times and made her drink his own blood to facilitate her own vampiric transformation. She left her gig at the Better Business Bureau, and the Count welcomed his new soon-to-be bride into his castle. Now, along with dealing with that pesky Von Helsing fellow who was trying to kill him, Henrik also had a wedding to plan. Werewolf. The afflicted man was safe from the transformative rays of the full moon, and even should he have transformed, the thick iron bars would have protected everyone. Although the good people of the sprawl were safe from the wrath of the curse, the mourner was not spared the aggression of his fellow inmates. Cornering him in the cell, they shanked him with a handmade shiv, leaving him there to bleed to death. Luckily, the shiv was whittled out of a silver spoon, miraculously curing him once and for all of the curse of the beast that had attacked him so long ago. After a fortnight of recovery in the prison's infirmary, the mourner was released back into society. Unfortunately, on his journey back to Scarborough in the Shire of Bessaronian, the mourner was attacked by a different werewolf, and suddenly he's cursed again. Seems that if it weren't for bad luck, this guy would have no luck at all. Prince Phineas, Crown Prince Petrard Phineas Pomp, stumbled back to his lavish lodgings at the palace. Hungry and drunk, he lit the fire and put on a pot of stew before passing out on the floor. He awoke the next morning having no memory of how he got home or why his room reeked of burnt stroganoff. But he did remember the rage of a party thrown in his honor by the Mages Guild, and the promises he made to them should he be chosen to marry Prince Desdemona. Shapeshifter. Miss Abernathy was no Abernathy at all. In reality, it was a horrible shape-shifting monster. Once in prison, the monster assumed the appearance of a warden. The guards, seeing their boss wrongfully imprisoned, released him immediately, and the creature was free to stalk the city streets. Once inside the sprawl, we lost track of it. Having the ability to take the form of anyone made it difficult to track, so its whereabouts remain unknown. It was reported later that night that an unusually untalkative guardsman, Cecil, was trying to break his way into the sprawl's armory. Being denied entry, guardsman Cecil apparently screamed in a high-pitched voice and ran off into the night. Be on the lookout for this creature. Could be anyone. Tyronius Athanatos. Upon entering the sprawl, Tyronius met Praetor Cargan and her attendants and divulged some of the secrets of necromancy. This forged a bond between the Margrove Empire and the Mages Guild in exchange for a number of raise dead spells, as well as a commitment for additional ongoing services. The Margrove Empire vowed to align the Guild's interests with their own if the Praetor is chosen for Mary by Princess Desdemona. Scary Tree Monster. Scary Tree Monster found prison to be a delight. With so many people to stomp and thwomp, he was rarely bored, and neither were the inmates, who were always on edge around the giant angry tree. Unrivaled in strength, Scary Tree Monster soon became the king of the prison yard. This gave him authority over the other prisoners, and under his direction, they spearheaded a number of initiatives to help improve prison life. Creating jobs and enforcing positive roles for the inmates not only fostered in Scary Tree Monster a sense of purpose, but it gave him the idea of running for political office out once on the outside. Now that he was pretty much swamped out, if he kept his head down for just a little longer, maybe he could get time reduced for good behavior, and then it would be straight to the city clerk's office to obtain the necessary paperwork to kickstart his political career. Princess Desdemona. When Princess Desdemona returned to the castle, she refused to answer any questions regarding her whereabouts. She immediately issued a royal decree to cut funding to any active rescue missions and to put an end to the antiquated practice of choosing rescuers via flashy game shows. As she lay in bed that night, she reflected on the Lil Guardsman's advice. She knew that her decision would irreversibly alter the fate of the sprawl and the fate of every soul who called it home.